is Kathy Strauss. 26 to go in the lead right now in the barrel racing as we started off with one of my favorite cowgirls from Phoenix, Arizona, a little bit south of my hometown. This is Twyla Holler. She's going to turn the pattern here in the Cow Palace Arena in a rapid time of 16:76. We'll move now to the pretty lady of Napa, Idaho. This is Claudia Settle. Now, this is a working cowgirl. She doesn't travel a whole lot, but you can bet she wins her share of the money. As she rides this big, good-looking sorrel horse around the cloverleaf pattern, she's going to be mighty rapid here. 16:93 for Claudia. Terry Tackett is currently 13th in the world right now. She's going to be making a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, the City of Lights, come November 30th. This is a very important rodeo for a lot of contestants here this weekend, but she has assured herself a shot and kind of a wild and reckless run. Hey, how do you like it? 16:43. She needed to be 16:46 to move into the lead. She has done it by 3/100ths of a second. Now notice right here, she's lost the stirrup. As I said, wild and reckless. If she can keep the third barrel standing, she'll be all right. She's going to bring this big brown horse across the finish line, and again, 16:43 for Terry Tackett. Wanda Cagliari, Burnley, Nevada. Oh, look at the horse that she's riding here. This is nice. As she comes up to the top of the pattern and around. Now these horses, they want to slow their front end down to go around the barrel and keep their hindquarters moving. That's a picture-perfect run right there. 16:83 for Wanda Cagliari. Sue Rogers, Norco, California. Travels from south up here to the Bay Country. And if she makes a good run here, she's going to be looking just right. You betcha. Whipping and spurring. Oh, Charlie's going to cross the finish line. She's going to be all right on her run. Dee Shoemaker, Bend, Oregon. Oh, look at the horse that she's riding here. These gals ride some nice horses. They spend a lot of money for them, but they win a lot of money. And yeah, how do you like that? Turn around that barrel. You couldn't have slid a piece of paper between her knee and the barrel. The time is 16:92 for Dee. Shelley Fletcher, 9th in the world right now. She has got a solid spot going to the National Finals Rodeo. Of course, the #1 position is already sewed up by Charmaine Rodman. But it's going to be a race for second place, and as Kelly comes in across the finish line here, 16:58. That won't hurt her. She'll be all right. Terry Lyle, Oxnard, California. Oh, I'll tell you, these gals are all riding nice horses. Picture-perfect runs right here. And as we head across the finish line, now notice here that she's not using a tie-down on this horse. This horse is very well trained, and her time is 16:89. We're going to travel right now all the way from Lake Worth, Florida. This is Madam Beisinger. She's going to be making a trip to the National Finals. This bay horse can run the hole in the wind. You bet he can. Around the third barrel, you can hear the crowd cheering her on. 16:71 for Lake Worth, Florida, Madam Beisinger. Terry Tackett wins the second go-round, followed by Marlene Edelman, Kelly Fletcher, Rose Webb, Rachel Millimackie, and 6th and 7th is Sandra Jones and Charmaine Rodman. Well, from the pretty girl, well, let's move now to the pretty girls of the rodeo as we get underway with the women's barrel racing competition. This is Charmaine James Rodman out of Gulf, California. Her and this horse Scamper have won a pile of money, and they've won a pile this year as well. She is going to the National Finals Rodeo with first place already cinched in the barrel racing. The time for Charmaine, 16:68. Terry Tackett, Grass Valley, California, a favorite here at the Cow Palace. Now look at this big horse. Kind of a wild run, but a lot of power in the old pony. She takes him up to the top of the pattern. A nice turn around the third barrel. You couldn't ask for a much better run. 16:64 for Terry Tackett. Marlene Edelman. This lady is quite possibly the nicest lady in the sport of rodeo. She's going to be at the National Finals this year in about 6th place. Now, we're going to talk to her after her run. And she had a little trouble this year trying to get to the National Finals Rodeo, but she has secured herself quite a spot there. About 7th place in the world. Her time, 16:42. Rose Webb, our last contestant to run here in the barrel racing out of Paris, California. She has won a pile of money on this horse. She's going to have a good run here. Good-looking horse and a good-looking gal. 16:64 for Rosie Webb. Let's talk right now to Marlene Edelman.
1990's been quite a year. I had a slow start. I won about 3,000 at the winter rodeos. Then I took off. March, April, May, and June, not intending to go to the national finals in 1990. And I taught 30 barrel racing schools, really enjoyed myself, and got the urge to go over the 4th of July run, which is called the Cowboy Christmas Run. And I won Calgary for the 5th year in a row, and that was a highlight of this year. And then I kind of had some horse problems, went home, regrouped, and about the middle of August hit it again, and just decided I was not going to travel very many miles, and if I made the top 15, fine. If I didn't, I'd have a nice Christmas anyway in 1990. But things went real well, luck was with me, and I'm now I think about 6th in the world standings, and here we are at the Cow Palace. I won the Cow Palace, which is a rodeo I've always wanted to win, and I guess I'll be at the national finals for the 8th year in a row.
Well, quite a game plan, and it worked for her. Marlene Edelman takes the win here at the Cow Palace. Rose Webb is 2nd, Terry Tackett is 3rd, Vanna Beisinger is in at 4th, Rachel Millimaki 5th, and Charmaine Rodman in at 6th place in the barrel racing.